Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here. There's a link in the description. I'm going to read through pretty much every last word, and I do need to give you a trigger warning of the highest possible order. This is mind-blowing. It involves the severe abuse of a 9-day-old baby boy at the hands of the father, the scumbag that you see in front of you, Brent Bishop. The mother was cleared. The mother felt that she was to blame initially, and it turns out he was caught on camera abusing the child. Some of the details that I go through will be descriptive. I'm going to read out the litany of injuries that the baby boy suffered, and also, again, this scumbag was caught on camera. So I'm going to read through some of those details. So trigger warning of the highest order applies. One of the most disgusting situations about this is the sentencing. The mother got off scot-free. There were drugs involved, but they decided to drop the charges in that regard. But more to the point, this scumbag caught on camera severely injuring his 9-day-old baby son. Severely injuring. We'll look through the details, but he broke both the boy's arms and both the boy's legs, as well as other injuries. He gets 5 years in jail. 5 years in jail for being a psychopath that can break multiple bones in his own child's body. Babies' bones are particularly hard to break, apparently. So a previous commentator has said, baby bones, they're flexible. Nature has realized that babies need to have flexible bones. A lot of force needs to be put in to break a baby's bone, apparently. Sorry for being gross, but we're going to have a look through the full details. A 32-year-old father in Kentucky will spend several years behind bars after admitting and being caught on camera that he brutally beat his 9-day-old son, breaking both of the newborn's arms and legs, amongst other injuries. A judge this week ordered the scumbag Brent Bishop, also known as Michael Bishop, to serve a sentence of 5 years in prison for the injuries he inflicted on his son last year. The scumbag Brent Bishop pleaded guilty to 1 count of second-degree child abuse in connection with the injuries that he inflicted upon the baby in April 2021. Officers within the Louisville Metro Police Department and Emergency Medical Services personnel responded to a 911 call about a baby with a broken arm. The caller was later identified as the scumbag in question, Brent Bishop. Paramedics transported the baby to Norton Children's Hospital for treatment. The next part that I'm about to read through is going to provide significant details in regards to the injuries that the 9-day-old baby boy suffered. So again, I'm putting in place the full trigger warning. Doctors examining the newborn reportedly found that the child had sustained a broken humerus, which is the bone in the arm forming the shoulder and elbow joints. They also found a broken right and left radius, which runs from the thumb to the elbow. They also found a broken right tibia, also known as the shin bone. And the doctors also found broken right and left femurs. Multiple breaks in his arms and his legs. A large bruise was also reportedly found on the left side of the baby's head. A nurse that performed one of the examinations reportedly told investigators that the baby's injuries were diagnostic of inflicted physical abuse, noting that the injuries were severe and reflected an extreme indifference for human life. A nurse has said the injuries are indicative of an extreme indifference for human life. Yeah, we're all going to agree with that. Multiple breaks to the arms and the legs of a 9-day-old boy. Also injuries to the the left side of the baby's head. Yeah, that doesn't show too much care for the boy. It's psychotic. I'm going to say, as a layman, I don't quite know what the medical diagnosis would be, but I mean, how could it not be psychotic? And he gets 5 years in jail. Kentucky, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Whoever the judge is from Jefferson County, they need to have their position revoked. Following the diagnosis, officers contacted the department's Crimes Against Children unit to take over the investigation. Investigators spoke with the baby's mother, her name Amanda Yiff. The mother allegedly said, "I can't believe I hurt my baby this bad." Seemingly, the mother believed that she was the one to have severely injured her 9-year-old baby boy. The mother also reportedly said that after feeding the baby earlier in the day, she fell asleep and the father was watching him. When the mother woke up, she allegedly said that she found the baby lying face down on the floor next to the bed. Investigators obtained and executed a search warrant on the home, where they reportedly found cocaine, methamphetamine, Adderall, oxycodone, marijuana, a gun, and an assortment of other drug paraphernalia. The mother and the father were both arrested on child abuse and drug charges. However, the charges against the mother were dropped after video footage from a security camera inside of the home showed that the father, Brent Bishop, was alone with the child, the 9-year-old boy, when the boy suffered the heinous injuries. So there's a video, and I'm going to tell you what the video shows. So again, trigger warning. The father, Brent Bishop, can be seen lifting the baby by his throat and striking him in the head. And the other shows the father, Brent Bishop, drawing smoke from a vape while holding the baby and blowing it in the baby's face. I presume the video showed more than that. I presume the video showed whatever the scumbag would have had to have done to make the boy sustain multiple breaks in both arms and both legs. That's pretty much all of the details that we have at this point. I'm disgusted with the sentencing. 5 years is way too low. Way too low. 5 years in jail. That is just craziness. And I know that nobody's going to disagree with me on that. Why would you? But I really do hope that this guy does get the opportunity to spend some time in general population so he can have a little chat with the other inmates and allow them to express their feelings about how he has treated his son. Yeah, and there's no speculation here. He's been found guilty. Hang on. Let me check that. No, yeah, he's been found guilty. He's been convicted. Yeah, of course he has. Sorry, my brain fart, if you like. He's been convicted. He was caught on camera. The mother initially felt that she was responsible. It turns out she wasn't. I guess you could argue that the fact that there were drugs all over the home, that seemingly they were both drug users, seemingly, as far as I can gather. You can certainly point the finger at the mother for at least being partially to blame. Allowing drugs in the home when there's a 9-year-old baby boy she gave birth to 9 days ago. And they've got all of this drug, this cacophony of drugs in the home. That's not a responsible parent. That's an irresponsible parent. And I'm surprised. I'm not sure if I'm disgusted. I'm perhaps quite disgusted that the mother got away with it yet again. Let's give the mother a pass. She's a woman. Let's give her a pass. The article hasn't told us the condition of the 9-day-old boy that suffered these injuries. We don't know the boy's condition at this point in time. We don't know if he's still in the care of the mother. I presume he is. I presume that the article would be in a position to inform us if the boy had been taken out of the care of the mother. And we've got to have that as a massive question mark, don't we? Why hasn't the boy been taken away from the care of the mother? The mother can't argue that she was being responsible when she was in a household with drugs. If she was, I'm going to presume she was partaking in the drugs. I don't think the article says that, so that is guesswork on my part. Hang on. They found cocaine, methamphetamine, Adderall, oxycodone, marijuana, a gun, and an assortment of other drug paraphernalia. They were both arrested on drug charges initially. Okay. So the officers believe that she was responsible for the drugs, at least partially. The drug charges against the mother were dropped after the attorney argued that the search warrant obtained by investigators did not permit officers to search for drugs inside of the home. Okay. Well, whatever. Regardless of that, we now know that it's a fact, seemingly, that the mother had drugs in her home, in her possession. So why are you allowing her to look after a boy who had multiple bones broken at the hands of the father whilst the mother was there? Sure, she might have been in a drug-riddled stupor, but she was there. Why would you give the boy back to her? That's craziness. So I'm going to wrap things up here at this point, guys. If I've done a half-decent job, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Of course, prayers to the young boy. We hope that he does get all of the care and attention that he needs. He needs to be put in the care of the state, probably, or other family members. Not anybody that can... Not anybody that feels it appropriate to bear and raise a child with this scumbag.